What we got here? Dawn Walker gameplay. Is this like the whole entire gameplay overview? Oh, it is. Let's see. Let's check it out, shall we? It was recorded on PC, I see. Yeah, but the story event happened in the peak of the Tang. This game seems like happened in the fall of Tang. Oh, I see. So it happened after. It happened after. Oh, that's very interesting. Is it? There's nothing. Is there like any story related to that by any chance? Or is it just like, you know? Or is it just like made up or so, you know? Or they're kind of like making their own version of it, you know?
My name is Daniel Sadowski, and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video.
Jesus,
our game
looks pretty
is
great
a story-driven,
so far, actually, for
open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval Europe.
Build.
The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you is just a part of one of the mid-game quests. It's a really cool story involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse.
What's with the man bun, though?
But today,
there's nothing wrong with the man bun.
We'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems. We're starting on the outskirts of Svartro, the game's largest city and the capital of Vale Sangora. From here, we could head anywhere the eye can see, explore ancient ruins, or sabotage vampire blood transports. But it's not just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story, making each playthrough uniquely your own. For now, we're following the road. Cohen is on his way to the city's cathedral, chasing leads about a powerful weapon said to be hidden in its crypts. But first, we'll have to deal with some bandits who camped out by the main road. Traveling through Vale Sangora is never boring. The world is dense with quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore. This will be a great opportunity to show you our combat system. Our goal was to make the player feel like a real swordmaster who
Oh, it's like Kingdom Come Deliverance combat? I've never played a game like that where, you know, you have to use the directional analog stick or so to like block and like an attack and everything like that. I've never done that.
Closely observes his enemies. We'll begin this fight by using acrid dust to stun one of the enemies. Now, when you attack, you choose one of 4 directions: up, down, left, or right, in order to hit the opponent where he's unable to parry. And similarly, when defending, you have to take note of the enemy's intent and the direction of the attack.
I don't know if I personally like that. I don't know. I've never played a game like that, but I personally don't like that specific button combination to do that. I don't know.
The left side of the screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack, block, and parry. Once they are full, you can use one of the active abilities which allow you to take a more tactical approach to fighting. We started the fight by throwing some acrid dust.
It definitely gives me a lot of Witcher vibes from The Witcher 3 anyways.
The hex which boils the enemy's blood and burns their skin, dealing physical damage over time.
That's physical damage? Interesting.
Alright, time to finish this fight. Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack, which actually...
Yeah, I want to get my hands on it. This would probably be the first game I would ever play that has that specific like game control mechanic, because I've never played a game like this ever with those kind of control schemes.
Decapitated the last opponent. Our hero quickly dispatched the bandits, so let's loot a few items they've left behind and open the inventory. First of all, let's replenish our health by eating something, and then take a closer look at this cool-looking weapon.
Does food have expiration dates on this by any chance?
Eating something.
No, they don't have expiration dates.
And then take a closer look at this cool-looking weapon we just picked up. Ah, it has better stats, than our current weapons, so
It definitely, there definitely is a lot of inspiration from The Witcher 3. There's definitely a lot of Witcher 3-esque in here.
let's equip it right now. We've also leveled up, so let's use this opportunity to spend the newly acquired skill point in one of Cohen's skill trees.
Maybe he
The
probably helped
skills in
the
Blood of
UI
Dawnwalker
for the
are divided into
for The
three
Witcher 3.
trees. One for human, one for vampire, and one shared between the two.
They're literally using the triangle ruin from The Witcher 3, straight up.
We also have an active abilities panel. We can use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat. Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten. The hexes we've just used also consume some of Cohen's health. Be
Hey,
aware of
Hazu.
that. The way our magic system works, there's always a price to pay for manipulating reality.
Literally,
But
I wouldn't be surprised if someone mods in Geralt from The Witcher 3 and literally just has the mod or so for this guy as the main character.
we can make it sting a bit less. Let's level up the Frugal Witchcraft skill, so next time we'll cast a hex.
Killing an enemy affected by hex effect restores 50% of the health spent that cast that hex. Interesting. Okay.
It'll consume fewer of Cohen's health points.
Geralt would hunt this
now
guy.
that we've
True.
wrapped up the encounter with the bandits, we can be on our way to get inside the city. Right now, Cohen hasn't done enough to ruffle the Vampire Lord's feathers, so the gods will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more suspicious and aggressive they'll become. So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
I see. Okay. A lot of player choice.
And it's grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass.
That's Witcher 3 right there on the left with the UI with the words on top of them when they're speaking.
This is the rich district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altermarkt,
It was supposed to be it was if I remember correctly, I think I saw the video or so that he wanted to make like a DLC or like a spin-off or something from the for The Witcher 3, but then they denied him of doing that. So then he just left and decided to make his own company. I think it was something. It was like internal struggles or so that he decided to leave the company. It was something like that. I remember watching. I think like that weird video, the first video they ever made, of the developer talking to some other guy, and they were walking around a castle or something like that.
Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its own feel and character.
No, this is the Dawnwalker one, the vampire game. That is such Witcher 3 right there.
And sat down and started begging.
Looming high over the city is Brensis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier in January this year. In order to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle, alone or with help of friendly NPCs. We could do it right now if we wanted, but it would be super challenging.
No more drink for you, my friend. Go home.
Oh, let me. I just want to. Oh, let me in.
You made a mess, and it's not that kind of inn.
Let's check the map. The cathedral is really close. There's plenty of other places to see.
Bro, it's
and
oh
things
my
to do
god,
here.
it's so
A
much.
couple
There's
of inns,
so
a
much
medic,
Witcher
a
3
blacksmith,
everywhere,
an
all over
armorer,
this god
and
game.
other merchants.
There's so much literally Witcher 3 vibes from this game.
You
oh
can
my
see that
lord.
not only the vampires came out of the shadows. This creature on the right is called an Uriash. Look around, especially at night, and you'll learn humans have lots to fear, not just the vampires.
You're also timed XCOM 2 styles? I've never played XCOM 2. What do you mean, like the missions are timed or
And
something?
here we can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
What is it about?
Singing songs that mocked him and the faith.
Who told you this nonsense? Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch the
Oh, they're doing Persona. They're doing Persona style.
Them closely when you play, as they
Persona,
might
Metaphor,
point you to new
basically
quests
they stole
and
that
hidden
idea from them.
treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
I see.
I humbly beg of thee.
I humbly.
So if the guy who made The Witcher left for Rebel Wolves, who is making The Witcher 4 at City, who is making this is why people are important. I don't know who's actually involved with The Witcher 4, at least like as in like, you know, big names. JTTW is inspired by a real event happened during the Tang Dynasty where the monk went to the west to collect the Elder Scroll. Elder Scroll Online? And when he's back, the Kingdom Emperor was excited to hear his tales of the outside world, in which he even make him an advisor, but the monks declined. Upset by the outcome, the king didn't execute him, but he wanted him to write down his tale in the book. Ah, I see.
Ouch!
I don't want to say it, Mum.
It's a prayer. It's what we have to say. Go on.
I humbly beg of thee, protect.
Is the UI going to be very minimalist? Is this basically what they decided to do for the UI? No map, like no weird little map or so in the corner or anything like that. It's just like this. I have no problem with it, of course. But I'm just wondering is all.
Okay, we are at the cathedral gates. Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime and it's daytime, we can simply walk inside.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment, doubly so. A new life joins
Texture
our
pop
flock,
in, I saw that.
bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about. I just want to know like if this is the UI they're they want to do, you know.
Sanguine est, alitur sanguine, et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei.
Oh, he has two different eye color. That's interesting. Eat the baby. Also, Tang is the one opened the Silk Road trading route. That's why you will see many traders and merchants from other countries, mostly Turkish. Ah,
Don't I know you
That's pretty
from
cool.
somewhere, young
pretty cool for the
man?
history. For the history of
Yeah,
that, actually.
I'm
Well, take a look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty literally had a compass on top of their head, on top of the top part of the of their game, and they had a mini map over here. That's what I'm saying.
sorry, but you must be mistaken.
They had both.
Am I? Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
Thank you, but I have no need for confession.
Ah, so you deem your conscience clear?
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sure you're a busy man, Father. So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
I won't press the matter. You are quite correct. I have many other duties to attend to. But please remember that in order to be saved, we all need to repent. Myself included. I hope we can speak again soon. Good day to you, Cohen.
Interesting.
What we saw right here was just one of many cutscenes we recorded for the game, which smoothly transitioned into a dialogue scene. We use cutscenes to highlight key scenes or showcase interesting bits of lore. Like this blood baptism. Creepy, isn't it? The core feature of the Blood of Dawnwalker is the dual gameplay loop. Remember, Cohen may be a human during the day, but he turns into a vampire at night and has a different set of skills at his disposal.
I see.
And this is just one variable that affects our quests.
That gives me what is it? Infamous vibes, where they had like the dual different skill trees, either the good side or the bad side. That's what it literally gives me.
Depending on when you tackle a particular quest, what choices you've made earlier, whom you befriended, or whom you've angered, your gameplay and story experience will be very, very different. So each quest is a complex structure with multiple possible paths leading to the end goal.
So this is basically, for this specific part here, it's like a mixture of the game studio, like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, Witcher 3, and there's one game, Shadow Mordor.
We maximize players' freedom and agency, offering you a narrative sandbox to play in. I wonder what secrets may be concealed up there, just beyond Cohen's reach. And how do we get there? It's impossible to do during the day, but come night, it's an entirely different story.
So.
Let us explain what we mean by taking our current quest as an example. During the day, we got inside the cathedral without any problems, since it's open for all to see and Cohen doesn't yet stand out from the crowd. The scaffolds, though, are outside of his reach. But climbing them won't be a problem for the vampire, who has many more exploration abilities at his disposal. Bear in mind, Cohen has not completed the quest yet. What's more, there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story.
Witcher got his aura
It's
back.
worth mentioning that narrative sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis. For today, we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk as a vampire on the rooftops of Svatro. Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is always displayed and you will be warned each time it's pushed forward.
I see.
So you have to be aware of the time, and
Just
it's
like
more
metaphor.
of a resource you will be spending than a racing clock. As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Let us show you what we mean. This is Shadow Step, a unique vampiric ability allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach. Now,
I
let's
see.
take a good look around using the focus mode. This
So hard to
ability
see though, because it's so
highlights
fucking
objects of
dark.
interest and loot.
It's really hard
And
to see,
there's
I'm not gonna
something
lie.
right here. This time, it's just some items to grab, but on other occasions, who knows, you might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health
I know,
is
it
quite
is so
low.
damn dark.
This
It's
is
hard to
because,
see.
as a vampire, your health bar also represents your hunger level, and you start each night thirsting for blood.
I see.
Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities, and rein in your monstrous nature around NPCs. Otherwise, you may end up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences. We'd better feed them. Maybe on someone who is standing all alone. Like this drunk
Who
guy.
knows? Maybe that's probably a perk or something.
Let's grab him and use Voracious Bite ability. Unless you lose control due to hunger, you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or go all the way and kill them. And if you're adamant you don't want to hurt innocent humans, you can drink from animals and some other creatures.
Ah, I see. So they give you the vegan basically. You can either be a vegan or be a meat eater.
Finally, we are at the cathedral, but it seems to be closed for the night, and the entrance gate is well guarded. Let's find another way in.
Can you turn into a bat though? That's the question to ask. Can't be a vampire game if you can't turn into a bat. Also, does he still have the blood on
Shadow
his
Step is not
face
the
or
only
so?
vampiric
Shouldn't he
ability
be? Shouldn't he
you're
wipe
gonna
that
learn
off?
during your playthrough. Cohen can
I think I
also
saw
use
blood on his
plane
face
shift
still from the
to
bite.
scale walls and even ceilings smoothly. This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
True.
Better be quiet. Is that voyeurist Xanthi? What the hell is she doing here? What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods? They're covering up the old paintings. Why? One of the workers must have left it. Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still.
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used to zoom in on and showcase key clues. This time we had a chance to learn more about the vampire's plans. Looks like they're keen to cover up the old frescoes, so that's something we could take a look at. This way we could learn more about the cathedral's past. Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us there's a group of blood guards, soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger. And one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthi, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and check what's going on.
Don't think I don't see you skulking in the shadows. Come out! You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly!
Oh, interesting.
You've withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
You haven't lived long.
Only after defeating all three of the blood guards, Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips that hit Cohen from left and right.
Ah, so she whips people. I see.
Xanthi is protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to
Counters,
strike
so parries
and deal
and stuff
some
like that is
damage.
going to be key in this
But
game.
be careful, because Xanthi is quick to counterattack, and she will also try
So every threshold, so once you hit the threshold or so, it's going to start a new, basically a new round. Okay, I see.
to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0, and Cohen will eventually explode. And we're dead.
Oh, is that an instant kill? Oh, that's interesting.
Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult. A fun challenge for hardcore players.
Yeah, but you were doing a good amount of damage
we could
to her,
load
though.
the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her
probably
attention.
once you learn the gimmicky
Or
mechanic
try
of
to get
hers,
to
you know,
her while
she's
she's
probably
not
easy to
surrounded by
kill.
bodyguards. Xanthi like all other vampire allies, has her own questline. Explore it, and you can learn more about her past, motivations, and maybe even try to reason with her.
Oh, so you can do the pacifist run through this one. That'd be pretty cool, actually, to see that. Interesting. I like that, actually. That'd be pretty cool just to see like the different kind of things that you can do.
What you do is entirely up to you. Remember, our design principle
Probably.
is the narrative sandbox. There is no difference between main
Can
quests
give you the good
and
glug
side
glug.
quests. There's just different stories that you weave together into your own unique adventure. But that's coming in 2026. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this gameplay video presentation. We've just shown you a tiny glimpse of the Blood of Dawnwalker. There's definitely more to come in the coming months, so stay tuned for...
It's crazy to see this though down here. Bandai Namco is helping them publish this game. That shit is crazy to see this branding on this game.
Any updates being posted on our social media profiles. Goodbye.
This one's definitely going to be a heavy hitter for Bandai Namco, 1000%, you know. It's pretty cool. That's the one thing I liked about The Witcher 3 or so. I didn't finish the game, but I would love to finish the game one of these days. Is the choices that you do that have kind of like affect the route or so that you go, you know. That's the one thing I liked about it. I always think personally I find that really intriguing and really cool about certain games like that, you know. Honestly, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat, actually. I'll give it a try. Not too key on the combat controls personally, because I've never played a game like that where, like, you know, the directional area is basically like, I never even played For Honor. I think For Honor also has that too. Kingdom Come Deliverance also has that specific thing. It's not kick, man. Anyways, yeah. So this is gonna be the first game that I'll be playing with that specific mechanic combat control scheme, so who knows, we'll see. It's not OF, you little dingus. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Yeah, honestly, I'll give it a try. I'll try it out. Hopefully it's like well optimized if it's on Unreal Engine, you know, or if it's their own engine, that'd be pretty cool. But if it's Unreal Engine, I'm just worried that it's, you know, optimization issues is all. Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And, peace.